Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is day 6 of Vlogmas and I'm very excited to show you what I'm going to be making for you guys today. In today's video, I am going to show you how I have made this cute, nerdy Christmas stocking that is perfect for the holidays to show off your fandom of anything that is, you know, video games, show related, and all that jazz. I was asked by Trevor to make one for him for his girlfriend for Christmas, and then I decided, hey, don't you want a matching stocking with it? And he was blown away with the idea, so I made one for him. I already gave the TARDIS one to him last night, and I just whipped up this morning. It's very easy. Everyone can follow this simple tutorial, and I hope it inspires you to make one for yourself for Christmas or for others as Christmas gifts. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. There's not a lot of materials required to make a stocking, so you just need half a meter of outside fabric, half a meter of lining as well, fur trim that is roughly 3 to 4 inches in width. As for the stocking pattern, just go to the dollar store, grab a stocking that's like $1 or $2, and then draw an outline of that said stocking to make this. And of course a sewing machine, but that's a given. First you're gonna cut out your fabric pieces. I started off with my lining. It doesn't really matter which fabric you cut first. I hope Trevor likes orange as his lining because I didn't have any brown and I didn't really want to use my black because I'm using black for something else, and I needed just to get rid of some fabric in general in my house. After cutting your outer fabric, you want to pin all around your stocking, and then you're going to sew 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch For lining, you're going to sew down one side until you get slightly past the toe or the back of the foot, depending which side you started to sew from. With this, you want to leave a little open spot at the bottom of the stocking so that you can turn your lining inside out, kind of like what you do for a pouch. For your fur trim, you would want to just check it from the looks of it if it's at a good width for your stocking. To me, my fur looked a little too wide from the way they cut it at work, so I decided to cut in the middle just to make it smaller. To determine the length of the fur trim that you need, you just take the width of your stocking and then times it by 2, and then give yourself a little 1/2 inch seam allowance. Before adding your fur trim, you want to turn your outer fabric right side out. On your fur trim, put right sides together and sew your 1/2 inch seam allowance. You're going to grab your outer stocking and slide it through the fur trim, and then you're going to pin all the way around. Make sure that the seam allowance from your fur matches up with the side seam allowance on the stocking. Once you're done pinning your fur trim around the stocking opening, you're going to do a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance all the way around. Take a break from sewing on your stocking. We're going to work on a little hoop for your stocking. Hopefully you have some scrap fabric from your outer stocking to make the hoop for it. You would want to cut out a strip that is 2.5 inches wide and 8 inches long. You want to fold once on one side, then you want to do a double fold overlapping the single fold. and then pin. And then you're going to do a 1/4 inch seam allowance on the folded flap. This is just for your preference, but you can either have your loop really long or you can have it really short. I'm doing it semi-long. When you have to determine of the length of your loop, just sew the flaps together. When you're about to cut it, make sure you leave a little bit of fabric so that you can sew it onto the stocking. And then pin your loop on top of the fur trim, preferably on the side seam on the stocking. And now take your outer part stocking, put it in the lining that isn't right side out, and then match your side seams together. And then pin around the opening of the stocking. And once that is done, your seam allowance around the opening of the stocking will be 1/2 inch so that it is covering the 3/8 of an inch on your fur trim. There's a lot of bulk going on with this method. Friendly reminder, take your time with this. There's a lot of bulk going on. Some machines can't handle too much bulk. And now you're going to pull everything out through your opening in the lining. Fold in the opening and then you're going to pin, and we're going to do a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. And now you can push the lining into the stocking and lay it nice down and flat. And that's all you have to do. It's really simple. Depending on the speed of your sewing, this could literally take you about a 1/2 hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and I whipped this up in 25 minutes, I think. After cutting and all that. And if you guys like this video of how I made this nerdy Christmas stocking for Christmas, please give this video a nice like. And if you want to follow me and my other social media accounts, all the links are down below in the description box as well. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to see more content I will be releasing for the month of December for the Vlogmas challenge. And I would like to say thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Bye!